Hi friends, so I'm gonna try using Ecamm Studio. I used it back when I was doing the Epic React live streams, and it worked out pretty well. But I did have the biggest problem is that I can't have like people join and make comments and stuff. But you're more than welcome to join the Discord and make comments in there. And I guess I can look at the comments through Ecamm, so if you want to comment on the YouTube video, I'm just very skeptical that YouTube cares at all about moderating those comments, and it's impossible to manage the bots. Maybe I was put on some sort of list and a bunch of people just decided they wanted to crash my live streams, which is why I use Discord. But anyway, we're going to just try this, and because I think Ecamm will work. It certainly will work better than OBS. So yeah, we'll give this a shot. You're welcome to join the Discord at comments and stuff. That's where I'm going to be chatting and interacting. And what I'm going to be doing today is remix stuff for my website. There have been a couple interesting ideas that people have come up with for the way that it's set up and stuff, live reload and things like that. Some DX enhancements and stuff that I want to work on. So that's what we're going to be working on soon, here. And then I also, if we have time, which we probably won't, but another thing that I need to do is authentication with Egghead. So I have authentication working with Firebase right now, and that works fine. But I'm kind of thinking that I want to well, eventually I need to integrate with Egghead so I can say, okay, well you're logged in, and I know you have access to Epic React and testing JavaScript. But actually, I could just authenticate you with Egghead rather than integrate with Egghead. And just use Egghead's authentication system. And I've already gotten the stuff that I need to be able to do that, I believe, though it's probably not super well documented. But I do have access to the folks that I would need access to. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so that is what I'm going to be doing. And let me get my screen shared now. All right, sweet. Wow, I am like way over here. Sorry. This is what happens when you've got to like figure things out, but I'm like way over on this edge. It's just too wide. I think, yeah, I think here, how do I forgot how to fix this. Ecamm Studio has a lot of capabilities, but it's also very confusing. Okay, so we're going to unlock this and then I'll scooch. Oh, I can't scooch it over. Boy, that's a bummer. Let's see. Sorry, this hopefully will not be a problem. I know that there's a way to change the... Yeah, whatever. Who cares? I'm just scooched over. That doesn't matter. I'm probably not going to stick with this. Anyway, Maple Leaf, you can totally scrub back, turn on 2x, and you'll catch up in no time. That's what I do. Okay, sweet. So, and I'm kind of small too. Whatever. We're going to go to the Discord, actually. So here, I can bring this over. And this is some Egghead stuff. We probably won't get to that. But yeah, here we are in Discord. And I got mentioned. I probably didn't get mentioned, actually. Yeah, it's just an announcement. I'm trying to see if I can figure out how to get Remix working in Cloudflare workers, but I've got a couple of problems with MDX Bundler and the fact that it uses eval to evaluate the JavaScript that you bundle at runtime, and it uses ESBuild, which also is going to happen at runtime. So might be able to do some WASM magic to make all that work, but we'll see. Anyway, I've got to find where somebody made a live reload thing that was kind of nice. Yeah, let's jump to this. Right here. So yeah, we've got this live reload during development. I don't think I need that. I probably just need that. Oh yeah, and Tailwind CSS added the purge functionality as like a built-in thing. so I can get rid of the JIT stuff. And then I want to add this as well to flush the cache on every request. So that's awesome. Yeah, and they've made a bunch of revisions, so that probably includes the latest and greatest awesomeness. Yeah, and so I just need to set the mode to JIT. Yeah, okay, sweet. So let's do the Tailwind stuff first. That'll be pretty easy, I think. Mode JIT. And we'll go to our package.json over here, and yeah, let's just get rid of that. And I've got this little script that runs npm check update and automatically updates all the things. So Cypress version 7, hopefully that doesn't bust anything. KCD scripts version 9, that only breaks stuff that probably isn't going to impact me at all. So now I'm just going to blow away node modules and package lock and reinstall everything, because that's how I roll. So we'll try that. Oh, and I don't think that, let me double check something. So with the latest version of the Remix compiler, they have a new script called Remix Run 2, which is uses the ES build. It wasn't working for me because I had it just wasn't really happy with the way the imports were resolving and stuff. So I'm still using the old compiler, which is a bummer because the old compiler is rollup and JavaScript is not as fast as ES build, which is in Go. So that's a shame, but I think it'll be okay. Yeah, they're gonna fix that and it'll work out just fine. So yeah, while we're installing that, I probably should have added a couple of things to my package.json, because I think I'm going to need live reload at least. Let me see. I'm going to bring this back over here. Yeah, I think I'm going to need live reload. So we'll cancel that. Let's find where we'd stick that, because I haven't installed everything. This would be a dev dependency, wouldn't it? Yep, it would. Right, look at all these stuff. Okay. Live reload. Sweet. All right. Now let's install. All right, so that will probably take a while since I'm live streaming. Probably should have done this before starting the live stream, but what do you do? Okay, and I feel like Ryan's been doing some really interesting things too that are extra, but anyway, we could probably work on this while we're waiting for that. So this will flush the cache on every request rather than restarting Express. And so when we do that, we need to make sure that we don't restart Express, which I think is what this is all doing. Yeah, so I'll have to see how to avoid restarting Express. Here's what they do. Well, here, we can at least add this live reload. I'm not sure I understand how this avoids restarting Express. But, yeah. Live reload. W500. I'm guessing that's 500 milliseconds or like wait. That's probably wait. This is why I typically try to avoid single character arguments if I can. I don't know if there's a multiple character argument for that, but if there is, I should change it to that, just because it makes more sense for people reading it later. Can I increase the font size a bit? Yes, I can. Let me come down here. I should be on my, where's the live stream? That's weird. I have live stream settings. Yeah, that's very strange. I thought that I had live stream settings. Hold on a second. I gotta investigate this really quick. This is where I will occasionally just paste my settings so people can copy it because they want to be able to do that. And I know, yep, there it is. That's so odd. I wonder what happened to it. But anyway, we'll stick it right in here now. And save that. Boy, that didn't change a thing, did it? That's weird. We'll bump it to 24. There we go. It's a little bit better. Hopefully that's a good size for y'all. Oh, whoops. Thank you, Peter. I totally spaced giving people the link. Okay. Cool. So, live reload. I'm guessing that's watch or wait 500 milliseconds after a change. This maybe excludes CSS. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll look at that. Ignore watch dot. Okay, here, there we go. So I've got watch on this. Oh, I see. So what I'm saying is, hey, I'm managing the watch myself. You don't need to watch anything. And that's probably what this is doing too. Okay, cool. And so then when we come over here to their stuff, they're just watching the server file, but they're watching nothing else. And that works because they blow up the cache every time a request comes in, which will probably make things a lot faster. Yeah. So I renamed mine to start rather than server. I probably should just leave it at server, honestly, because now I've diverted from the starter, and every time I run into stuff like this, I have to change it and whatever. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, here's my start. And yeah, I'm gonna eventually I'm gonna get rid of this. Yeah, okay, cool. Anyway, coming over here to our, oh yeah, actually really quick, we'll set up the post CSS config to not use /git, but just Tailwind CSS. So that's good. And then we'll come over here and flush the cache. And my ESLint is getting angry about this because we're doing not equals and then the consequent, and then we have an else. And when I set it up, it just felt like really weird to say, if it's not this, then do this, otherwise do this. Where it could be just as well, you could say, if it is this, then do this, otherwise do this other thing. I don't know, I should probably change my opinion on that, but that's what it is now, so. And then for me, my production is actually, I have this get load context thing configured, so I'm going to bring that up here as well, and we'll probably need that same get load context thing. Yeah, that makes sense. That'll go right here. Okay, and it's complaining for some reason. Do I suggest using that ESLint rule? No, probably not. If I were like recreating my ESLint config right now, I think I'd probably just say don't bother. Yeah. But I'm too lazy to not do it. So there you go. Rec is already declared. Oh, that's interesting. That makes sense. I'm guessing these are going to be the exact same, so yeah, we're probably good to just do that. That makes sense. Okay, cool. Sweet, so this means that I don't have to restart my server every single time I change a file. This is a really good thing. Yeah, and I can turn on debug, which is kind of interesting, so I can see when that happens. So, and we're just deleting the stuff that's happening in the build directory. That's good. And we only restart when the start script changes, which is very rarely. So that is awesome. And I'm pretty sure that my Tailwind is good now. Oh yeah, let's check out this live reload stuff. I think I've got everything in here, but okay, here, I'll just read the instructions. Tailwind. Yeah, so they've done things a little different from me, and I may actually change. Oh no, they do have a CSS watch script. Yeah. Yeah, and I think I've got mine kind of like that. Pretty sure we're good on the CSS stuff. Yeah, the JIT support is just mind-blowing. It's awesome. And now we have this component right here. All I need is that. And let's come over to, and they put that in their app, I think, or in the root. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to root, TSX, and we're coming, hold on a second. Yeah, this just adds a script to the scripts. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. So we've got our scripts right there. And there. This is probably because it's self-closing. Yep. Snipver. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay. Yeah, sweet. I think that should be good. Now, let's see if we finished installing all the deps. I believe we do. I'm just going to reload everything because when you blow away your node modules, especially the ESLint plugin really has a hard time with that. It does not recover. So we'll just reload everything. Now I'm going to check out live reload really quick because I want to give us the full version of each of these if I can. Exclusions is what X is. Exclusions, CSS. I don't know why I want to exclude CSS. Whoops. There's nowhere that they describe why they're excluding CSS. So I'm going to add a comment. Can you please explain why you have XCSS in the live reload command? Okay, and then W is wait. Yep. See, now it makes more sense because it could have been watch. I don't know, but yeah, I was pretty sure it was wait. So that makes sense. Okay, sweet. So now let's try. NRD is aliased to npm run dev, which will run pm2. And yeah, that's annoying. I don't like that. It's interesting that I'm getting it twice. One from Remix and one from Post CSS. I would not expect that. But it is what it is. Man, that took a long time to write those assets. Cannot wait for ESBuild. Also, live streaming slows everything down, but I wouldn't expect it to slow it down that much. So anyway, I'm going to just come over here to this blog thing. Woo. And save and just see. So it rebuilds, but it's not restarting my server, which is great. What's interesting is that it seems to rebuild twice. So here, if I come down here, woot. Now it's building remix, wrote server build to build, building remix again, wrote assets to assets build to the public build, and then we did all of that again. Why are we building it twice? I don't know. I think this may be unique to me, Possibly. No, it's not. I actually pulled down the Express starter, and this happened in the Express starter as well. So yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah. Whoop. Whoop whoop. Anyway, so let's just not worry about that because at least it's not restarting the Express server. I'm not super concerned about the DX being amazing right now because that's not why I'm using Remix. I'm using it for the architectural benefits. It's really great. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that. We're going to go to localhost 3000. I think that's where I'm hosting it. I can't remember. Yeah. It's been a few weeks. My wife was gone for a week. She was having a good time with her sisters, and I was with the kids. And then we had spring break last week, and I fit a little bit of development here and there, but yeah, I feel like I've been gone from developing it forever. So just learning the ropes again. Here we go. We're in login, and I even have this in my 1Password. I'm going to move this over here. That's funny. Huh, that's weird. I totally thought... That's not a big deal. It doesn't actually show you my passwords. That is weird. It's not... so I have two accounts. One is my Kent C. Dodds at Gmail. And then the other is my me at Kent C. Dodds. And it's only showing me the me at Kent C. Dodds when I search for it in here. Yeah, that's strange. Oh well. Here, we'll just register. We'll see what happens. And register. Haha. Well, that's interesting. I did not expect that. Maybe this was a result of the update that I just made, kind of blindly, but I don't think so. I didn't think that there was any... oh man, that's a bummer. I didn't think there was any breaking change to the Firebase stuff. Yeah, so here's we initialize the app. Oh, yes, this is probably related to me blowing away the cache. Yep, that's probably what it is. So this is happening because in my start.js, I delete the require cache for all files that are in the build, which means that we are reinitializing the app multiple times. This makes sense. So here is what we're going to do about that. I think I'm going to just fix session server so that it doesn't initialize the app. In fact, I kind of think I don't need to. I might. No, I do. I do. Is there a way for me to detect if the app has already been initialized? I don't know. Yeah, Firebase. Come on, give me some autocomplete here. Okay, so I can name it, which is nice. And so I wonder if there's a way for me to look it up by its name. So Rishi is suggesting I try catch block. I could do that, but I think that like, this is warning is like a legit thing. Like, hey, your bad things will happen. So I don't want to sidestep it like that and just let the bad thing happen. Yeah. So this is actually server side too. But I do need to, okay, Ben thinks there's a length on the firebase.apps or something like that. So let's, oh yeah, there we go. Apps. Sweet. So let's just try this. If Firebase apps length. So if there's not a length, then we'll initialize it. I have only got one. And yeah, this is server side, but I think the reason I have to initialize it anyway is because I'm using Firebase Auth here. I am using Firebase Admin Auth to do some other stuff. Yeah, anyway, none of this is going to matter if I switch over to use Egghead authentication, but I want to get this working at least. So here, let's try this again. Register. And I believe I'll get an error. Yeah, it's already being used. All right, well, clearly I can't remember the password. Well, actually, maybe I can. Hold on a second. Let's see. I don't think so. Nope. Oh, that's funny. Probably should. I do. I am pretty sure I show an error message. But we will try again. It absolutely should show an error message. Next is not a function. What? This is under Express server. Next is not a function. Well, that's, oh, yes, that makes sense because I do not pass a next to this create request handler. And that is a problem. So let's get our next. See, right there, that's the sort of thing that you, that like, I was able to look at that code and be like, oh, I know exactly what's going on. But like 5 years ago, I would have been like, what the devil? And I'd spend like an hour figuring that out. But when I see code like that, I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly what this is referring to. This create request handler. Okay, we've got a, yeah, this is clearly an Express middleware. There's our next. And I'm not passing that along because I am calling that middleware myself. And see, like, I just know that because I've been doing this for a while. So, yeah, I guess experience is a thing. Here's another fun fact about Remix. This will never happen in a real production Remix app because they make it so it's impossible. Because you cannot do anything but a redirect with an action. So when you do some post or something, you must do a redirect, which means that the post does not get inserted into your history. So if you refresh, you cannot resubmit a form, which is really great. But yeah, because things are busted, that's why we're getting this. So anyway, we'll log in. Yeah, Kim, I do technically have YouTube chat. We'll see how long that stays, or how long the terrible people stay away. But yeah, it's kind of nice with eCam, actually. It just shows up right here. But yeah, I think, so what's going to happen is when I get like a better Mac that has a better CPU that can handle OBS and stuff, I think what I'll probably do is I'll live stream to Discord and YouTube, and I'll just ignore YouTube and only work with the Discord folks. I don't know. We'll see. For all the stuff that I use, you can go to my uses page, and you'll find all of the things if you're wondering what I'm using. Okay, cool. So let's do a password reset here. And I'm going to pull this up over in this window. Sweet. And it was sent, indeed. And here is the URL. But this is at localhost 3000. And My new password? I don't know. What should my new password be? I'm not going to tell you. We're going to submit it. Sweet. And we log in. Kaboom! Yeah, that's interesting. So I guess that apps length thing is not what we thought, maybe, or something. Firebase apps. Let's just console log that thing right here. Like I said, none of this is going to matter once I switch over. I hope none of this stuff really matters. Yeah, none of this will matter when I switch over to Egghead, but I want to figure this out and get it at parity with what I have now before I move on. So, oh yeah, there's an API key. No, it's right there. Okay, good. That's like the public one that you can send to the front end stuff. Oh, Firebase Admin is experiencing the same issue. Yep. Okay, that makes sense. So get admin right here. See, I have this lazy admin thing. What is this complaining about? No unsafe argument. You know what? Yeah. Okay. Well, wait a second. Oh, fine. As service account. Can I auto import you? Yes. Great. Except I have isolated modules configured, and so I shouldn't be able to import a type from, or an interface from Firebase Admin. But that's what it auto imports for me, so whatever. Okay, anyway, that doesn't solve the problem. I need to somehow know the apps that are initialized for admin. So let's see. I'm guessing maybe it's the same. Admin apps. Yes, very good. But I need to get. Oh no, that ends up working out fine. If there's not a lazy admin, or yeah, if admin apps length, then lazy admin equals admin. Yep, that works. Okay, cool. That should fix that problem. Did I get rid of that console log? Yeah. Sweet. So now I come over here. This is complaining. Who knows? Whatever. No, I don't want to. We're just going to go there. Let's try logging in now. And hooray! Change account details. Look at that. I can change my account details. If I want to change my email, you also have to change your password or enter your password. We can send a change password link too, which is great if you want to change your password. Hooray! And team is not specified. Haha, look forward to that. I'm excited about Teams. It's going to be fun. All right, and then log out. Sweet, it's doing something. Going really slow, but it is doing something. And if I go to login, then it should just render the login screen. If I go to me, it should redirect me to the login screen. So yeah, we're solid. I am going to go ahead and commit these changes that we've made, and then we can move on because I've got another hour. What? Oh, that's interesting. I am uncertain about this. You know what? I need to So that's coming from MSW, my mock server for being able to load blog posts locally during development. It's really cool, actually. And we're mocking out a couple other endpoints and stuff for local development. I was planning on eventually mocking out authentication, which would be really... Actually, it'd probably not be too bad with Firebase. There are a handful of URLs that I noticed it hits. But it'll probably be even easier with Egghead. But anyway, I probably should restart the server if I change any of those, because I don't just blow away the cache on all of those. And I don't think that I want to. So, or do I? Yeah, I suppose, why not? Yeah. Yeah, why not? Okay, so if we go to start then, if it starts with build or key starts with path join current working directory, and where are those mocks? Yeah, just mocks. Yeah. Somebody asked me a question about how long I've been programming for. I started, well, you can read all about it in my 2010 Decade in Review. So it's, you can see before I started programming and when I got into it and all that stuff. You can read the whole history. So it's been like 6 years or so. Oh, yeah. So I was talking about MSW. It's mocking HTTP calls that I'm making. And I think it'll be easier to mock those calls that I make with Egghead because their authentication thing is probably simpler than mocking all of that for Firebase. Anyway, that's all I was saying. Okay, sweet. So now we're going to blow away the mocks. I just need to make sure that this is going to work real quick. So if we come over here to the mocks directory, yeah, let's see. I've got Tito. That would be hopefully an easy one. So if I go to localhost 3000 workshops, then this is going to hit this endpoint. So it can see, oh, does Kent have any workshops scheduled currently? That's what we're hitting this endpoint for. And here we go. We're on the React hooks. And if I go to this workshop, then it's going to say, is this workshop currently scheduled? And you can see the workshops, the React hooks right here. There's a convert kit tag. I think that, can't remember now. I know that there's something that I do to associate these, but now I've forgotten. Let me see if we go to app, routes, workshops. Yeah, so the workshop event on Tito has metadata, and that should have a workshop slug that matches the slug. Okay, that's right. So it's whatever's in the URL. And here we have no workshop scheduled. So cool, that's great. Now we come over to, where am I? To my mock. I had the mock open, mocks Tito. Oh, that's interesting. Am I, that actually should show that a workshop was scheduled. So there may be a bug here. Let me get rid of some of these tabs. Just confusing myself. Get scheduled events. Okay, let's just console log the events. Okay, so this should not restart the server. It will have Remix rebuild everything twice, apparently. Who knows why? They'll fix that eventually, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, and I have live reload. That's cool. Good night, Igor. Definitely, I say it's worth learning HTML. I think it's a good idea. Okay, cool. So we've just got a bunch of empty stuff going on in here. All right, whatever. Let's come back at least over to this endpoint. We should find out, or I should know why this is not hitting. Events endpoint, whoops, is mocked. I'm in charge of family home evening. Okay, that is good. Thank you, calendar. So I'll probably have to end this a little earlier. Okay, so it should, oh no, it will not live reload when I change that. And that's fine. I actually am totally cool with that. But I would expect to get some logs right here, and I'm not. And that explains why we actually are hitting these endpoints. We're really hitting them. Whew. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm not sure why that is the case. So if we come in here, I know absolutely that the mock server is getting installed. So this is running. Let's see what happens when we hit unhandled requests. It's actually possible. No, every request that comes in, we first blow away the cache of everything, including the mock server. But maybe that's not working quite the way that I think it is. Here, let's start this over. Debug, true. Yeah, see, and this is another thing that I'd kind of like to figure out, maybe. Oh, that's handy. Post CSS stuff. Okay, cool. So now we hit this, we refresh, and it's telling us it deleted everything in mocks and a bunch of stuff in build. That is all expected. Events endpoint is mocked. Yes, it is mocked. Okay. Okay, good. There we go. I think there may have just been something weird with the way that I set stuff up. And now we're not getting that warning anymore, so that's good. So sweet. Let's just come back and get rid of all this stuff. Get rid of that. And get rid of this. Just wanted to make sure that was going to work. Okay, excellent. So we are going to add all of this and commit. Yeah, this is update things to be faster for dev. That's how that's going to be. Okay, sweet. Just going to change my seating position now. And I'm hearing the basketball bouncing outside. 1 second. Yeah, my boy is playing with his neighborhood buddy. I'm glad we got that basketball hoop. That was a good thing. Okay, we've got an error on the linting side of the fence here. 274. It's complaining about this token. This is what happens when you update stuff. It's like things are busted because you were doing things wrong. Somehow this got an any. I thought that I'd disable, or I thought I was on strict mode and in my TypeScript config, so implicit any should not be allowed, but whatever. Cookie session get token should be a string that you get back from that, I would think. Yeah, that's weird that it returns any. Well, in any case, haha. Yeah, I'm gonna just say it's a string or it's undefined. And we'll call that. Yeah, it's gonna be a string or undefined. Nah, whatever. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Sorry, I just noticed a bunch of comments over here on Remix, and it's always interesting to follow that conversation. It's kind of a fun place to be right now. Okay, sweet. All right, so yeah, we actually might have time to try and figure out how to integrate to not integrate, but swap Firebase for egghead authentication. This is going to make some people upset because they only support email magic links. I think that they are more secure. So I am fine with it, but some people just hate it, and they really, really like to express their opinion about it. It's just a very small number of people, but they are just really loud about it and complain a lot, which is, you know, their right, I suppose. You have a right to complain if that's what you want to do. But I'm going to come over here to my window that you cannot see, so I can check out the message that Joel sent me about this without you seeing messages that people didn't expect I would stream. So yeah, so this is where Joel told or sent me when I was like, hey, Firebase Auth and whatnot, and he said you could just use egghead auth, and I'm like, oh yeah, I suppose I could. So this is their egghead site, the authentication stuff. I think this runs client side probably. Let's see. Yeah, they've got an auth class. Get token from cookie headers. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Okay, so we've got an Oauth client from client Oauth 2, which is fun. Yeah, I think actually this is all server-side stuff. It's interesting. I wonder if these get like replaced or if that's just what. Oh no, this is all client side. I wonder why the key. Oh, right. So they're putting the token in local storage. Got it. All right. Well, we're just going to use cookies for managing that. Okay, let's see. Let me see here. I think I may need to provide Joel with a redirect URL or something like that. Hold on a second. I just received something. Okay. I'm going to forget if I don't do this right now. 1 second, sorry. On the 14th. Okay, cool. Now I won't have to worry about forgetting that. For the redirect URL, okay, so he needs a redirect URL. I'm trying to think of what that's used for. So when, let's see, when you log in, at some point in here, yeah, request sign in email. I need that. Where's that? Request sign in email. Come on, where are you? For crying out loud. Yes, this is what I want. There. Okay, cool. So they just make a post. They send the email, client ID, and the redirect URI. Oh, okay. So I don't need to. Okay, yeah. So when he says one thing that we need is a redirect URL, I'm guessing that's what he's talking about. It's like when you make this API call, you need to send us redirect URI. Okay, that makes sense. Cool, because I wouldn't want to have to configure that. Like, yeah. Yeah, we'll figure that out. Okay, sweet. So next public auth domain. Yeah, rats. I don't know what that, I guess it's going to be egghead.io. Let's just, let's see what endpoints are getting hit and whatnot. Yay, that would be cool. Can I log out? How do I log out of here? All right, fine. We'll just, we'll do this differently. We'll go in a private tab where I'm not logged in. Go sign in. Sorry, just ping me on Discord. Okay, sweet. Wow. So we're gonna go to, yeah, testing thing at example.com. There we go. And we'll go to network tab, clear all this stuff out, and I just want to see what happens. FB events. Send token. Yep, that's the API. Sweet. And there was an options pre-flight. Ooh, what's this? Why is it sorted this way? Yes, I would expect it to yeah, okay, I think that's correct. Okay, anyway, then we have this post, and it sends the email, the client ID, and the redirect URI. Sweet. Okay, so we're gonna come over here, and this is the URL we're gonna hit. I have all of my auth stuff in this session server thing. So we're gonna get rid of all of the Firebase stuff. I'll just blow it all away, and we'll add comments in places where Firebase stuff happened. Session user. Now session user had a UID. I gotta find out what I was using. UID is a string, and session user. I think that there wasn't much on it. I can't remember. There was an email and a UID. That may have been all that it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure session user dot email and UID. That's it. Yeah, okay, cool. So all this Firebase initialization stuff I don't think we're gonna need. Yeah, that stuff is still good. Create session with the ID token. I wouldn't call it an ID token, actually. It's just a token. Oh, well, fine. Session ID token. Yeah, get session takes the ID token. Yeah, fine. All right, we'll call it an ID token. Yeah, create user session. What is that called by? Yeah, so we get a token. This user comes from when we create user or sign in. Yeah, all this logic is going to be different because we don't just sign in and get the user. That is like you do this thing to send the user a token, then they land on your page. And when they land on it, that's when they get stuff. So yeah, this is all changing very much, like great amount of change here. Okay, we're gonna forget about this thing. Forget about that. Create email user. Yeah, I'm interested in how to create a new user account. I'm guessing user accounts are associated to my auth stuff, probably. Like, if you have an Egghead account, do you need to sign up for a KCD account if I do it this way? I'm just going to send Joel a quick message about the Egghead auth stuff. Are my users going to be separate from Epic, React, testing, JavaScript, Egghead users? Or Yeah. Okay. Sweet. So we'll continue here. Yeah. So create email user. I don't think that's even a thing we're gonna call. So we'll just get rid of all that. I don't think that I'm going to be able to finish this in the time we have allotted. Confirm user. So this is, yeah. Oh, right. So this is like if you want to reset your password and stuff like that. Yeah, that's going to be different, especially since we don't have passwords and stuff. Yeah. So we get rid of all that. Get rid of the lazy DB stuff. I'm not going to store user info in Firebase. Probably use something else. You don't need to do that. It's fun to delete all this stuff, but I'm going to be adding plenty before we're done. User confirmation email. Yeah, so here's another cool thing. It's like people can't just make fake accounts with fake emails or whatever. It has to be an email with an inbox. Otherwise, they can't log in. So that's kind of nice. We don't need to worry about password resets. It's, yeah, kind of sweet. If you're one of the people who are like, yeah, but like I use a password manager, and if you use magic links, I can't put your site in my password manager. Think about that for a second. Just remember that your password manager doesn't actually require that you enter a password. You can just say, here's the website and here's my username, and that's it. I don't have a password. And that way you can remember which email you used. So that's something to think about. Changing email. That's an interesting one. Sorry, one second. Joel just responded to me on this. Okie doke. Yeah, so change email, we will work on that feature later for sure. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Get session token. We will need to be able to get the session token. Yeah, let's see. So this is one part of the code that I never really understood super well. So we're going to, yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to do with this. To do, whoops, auth time to do. Oh, for goodness sake. I don't know. This is all to do. Just one giant to do right here. Return to do. Yeah, okay. Make this thing work. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so then we get the user. This is where we're going to get the user's data, and from wherever I'm going to store it. Before I was storing it in Firebase because that was nice and easy, because I was using Firebase Authentication. Now we're going to do things a little bit differently. Yeah, for now, let's just do DB is an object. And DB at, whoops. And here's our user data. Okay, cool. And this is complaining. Yeah. Well, we'll say this is a record of string and user data, except without the UID. Yeah, that makes sense. So is there an omit from this UID? So there you go. Yep. Cool. Okay, so that's our database right there. All right, so then we have this little, it's kind of like a loader middleware sort of ish thing, where in our loader we can say, hey, this loader endpoint requires a user. And if it doesn't have one, then I want you to redirect to the login. So yeah, 1 second. Joel just sent me a thing. Okay, cool. So just in case you're all interested, the way that this works is, oh, one other thing. When I'm all done with this, you will authenticate on my site, and I will get your egghead user. Just like on Epic React and testing JavaScript, those are actually egghead users. It's all the exact same. It's keyed off of the email address. It's basically the unique identifier. I'm sure they have an ID, but yeah, that's what makes each user unique. And so I will. My site will work just the same way as Epic React and testing JavaScript do. That's all. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that I'll be able to know whether you have a license to Epic React and testing JavaScript, which will allow me to do kind of interesting things. I don't really have any significant plans there, but maybe like I'll show a little trophy or a rocket on your username or user page or something like that. Yeah, we'll see. But it should make it so I can do some cool integrations with the Discord bot too. Might be kind of fun. Oh, sorry, Maple Leaf. Did you hear the little pop thing from Slack? Okay, cool. So anyway, we're going to get rid of the user doc thing. I don't think we even used it. That's funny. Oh, I'm just defining the data for the loader. So the function that you give me is a loader function, and it accepts a data argument, which has the session user, the user, and the user doc. We're just going to get rid of that user doc altogether. And here we're going to say get user from the request. Here's my user info. If I don't have user info, then we're going to get the cookie or the session cookie. We're going to destroy it so that it goes away. And then we're going to redirect to the login, setting that destroyed cookie, which is basically, I think it's just an empty string. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Otherwise, we will call the loader with the user info. So that's all still what I want it to be. So I'm happy with that. Okay. And then for getting the user session, now that is used by get user. Yeah. Okay, cool. Which ultimately, so we pretty much the session user is, it just has the UID and the email. I'm pretty sure that's, yeah, I've defined that. Session user. Yeah. UID and email. Okay, so we get the cookie session, and through the cookie session we store the toki, the toki from the cookin, the token from the cookie. And if that doesn't exist, then we just return null and then let the consuming code do whatever it does based on the fact that there is no session. But if there is a token, then here we were doing this this verify session cookie thing. That's just magic. Who knows what that did? I don't know. And I added this check for revocation because I thought that seemed like a pretty good idea. And then that gives us the token user. But now I need to write whatever this code is. So we're just going to get rid of this. And we're going to say token user is UID to do, and email is todo@example.com. Okay, cool. And then all of this stuff is just blown away, and most of this won't come back. Yeah, because we're not gonna, well, we may need to create email user or something. I'm not sure how account creation works. Let me see if there's anything in here. Create. Got code for account creation. Yeah, here's get access token from cookie. That might be useful. Access token key. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so what it looks like is for account creation, it's actually no different from the regular login flow, which I love. Yeah, that's awesome. So my login form will just be literally login. Maybe I'll have a sign up button, but it does exactly the same thing. Oh, that's funny. I like that. The challenge there is you might like mistype your email, and so we create an account for you with or for whoever's email that is. But I guess that's yeah, I guess that's an acceptable outcome. Okay, so viewing as user key. I wonder where that's used. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking we're probably going to need that client thing. But let's come over to here. We'll get rid of all this stuff. We don't need to worry about creating an email, signing in, or whatever. sending a confirmation email. User accounts are confirmed by default. That's the way it works. Boy, magic links, nice. So like originally as a consumer of magic links, I was like, yeah, they're pretty cool. I don't know if they're my favorite, but yeah, I'm okay with that. Especially if it doesn't expire after like 2 weeks. If it expires after 2 weeks, then I'm just like, man, that's super annoying to have to go to my email every time, especially if I only log in or I'm only ever going there every 3 weeks or something. Then I literally have to do it every time I log in, which is super annoying. But like if it doesn't expire for months, then yeah, heck, not having to worry about managing a password or like password reset or anything like that. Yeah, that's awesome. And not worrying about a data breach leaking my password. I mean, I use a password manager, but for everybody else who doesn't, it's so much more secure. And then on the back end, it is ridiculously simpler. Look at all this stuff. So I'm deleting a bunch of stuff because it's all Firebase and I'm going to be rewriting some things. But I will not need create email user, sign in with email, confirm user, send current user confirmation email, send password reset, get email address for password reset code. Won't need that. Reset user's password or change email. And on top of all of that, I also have a send email thing here. Why is this complaining now? You gotta be joking. Whatever. We'll look into that later. Yeah, so I don't need to do a send confirmation email or send password reset email. Those can just go away. Yeah, and all of the UI for those can also go away. So if I come up to, let's see, yeah, me right here. Get rid of that, get rid of that and that. We don't get this anymore. Yeah, we don't need that action anymore. Yeah, we're not going to do any of this because you can't change your email. I'm not implementing that right now. Maybe we'll implement that later. Yeah, so first name, that's the one thing that, yeah, here we're going to need to do, update first name in DB. However that handles, I don't know. And that might be something that Egghead stores themselves. And so I just update it on Egghead's backend. But if they don't, then I'm going to probably try Fauna DB, which I think would be cool. So yeah, then we don't need to reset our password, so that goes away. So that means I guess we don't need the session user. So that's nice. Well, that's interesting. New first name. Okay, sweet. And so that's a bunch of stuff that we can just be gone. And in fact, I think this entire confirm page can go away as well. And this had like the password reset and all of that. We don't need this at all, which is great. Maybe this could be the page that no, I don't need that. I don't need it. Move that. It's gone. Sick. Okay, cool. So I could have the redirect go to the me page. That will provide with the access token and everything. And then in my loader, I'll check the session, or I'll check if that query string is in there, if the token is in there, and if it is, then I'll create the session for them. If it's not, then I will check if there already is a session. Maybe they're just going to the me page, and if there is, then we'll get the user. In either case, we'll have a user. If we can't, for some reason, maybe they're not logged in and they're just trying to go to the me page and they don't have a token, then we'll redirect them to the login. Yeah, if we do get a user, whether from sending that token or it was already in the session, then we just load up the user's data and then we can render it that user's data. So we don't need to worry about unverified though, because that's not a thing anymore. So that's cool. Now we just have this email. You cannot change your email, so we're not gonna, yeah, we don't need to worry about that UI. No, nothing for passwords. Oh yeah, and reset password link, that thing can go away now. Man, people on YouTube send the weirdest, most unrelated comments. Ugh. I have to turn off YouTube comments. I'm sorry, folks. I know nothing about Java. I know very little about AWS. I haven't done anything with Angular in years. I haven't done anything with Flask. Just because I'm a programmer doesn't mean I know how to answer all of your programming related questions. I'm sorry. It just makes it, yeah, see, this is why I like the Discord, because like you have to be invested in me and my, what I, like, you know who I am to be able to go in the Discord. But then I get like the most random things on YouTube, and I appreciate that you're just joining the community, and it's great. I'm happy that you are here, but man, Discord is just so much better. Yeah, sorry. That seems really rude, but like I don't know what else to say. I can't help. Okay, so we are still going to be able to log out, so we'll keep that. We'll display the user's email, their team when we get that eventually. Yeah, and like people posting in different languages and stuff, like I can't moderate that either. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. You're welcome to hang out. It's great. But it's hard for me because I'll see like comments and stuff, and like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I just ignore it, I guess. Discord is way better. Okay, so with the email thing, you're not going to be able to change your email, so I won't have an input for that. I won't even display the email, actually. Just get rid of that altogether. So all you'll be able to change is your first name for right now. So we can get rid of that also. And yeah, awesome. Okay, sweet. And on the login screen now, this is where a lot of things will change as well. We've got a password here. We'll get rid of that password field altogether. There's no password field, no password. We have a sign in and a register. What does Egghead do? Since you technically don't need to have, yeah, sign in or sign up to Egghead. Yep. There you go. That's what I'm going to do. We'll do exactly the same thing. And design's coming later. I don't need to do this right now. Sign in or sign up to kentcdodds.com or KCD. Okay, cool. And so you enter your email address and email a login link is perfect. Maybe one day I will add the ability to log in with GitHub. Maybe. I mean, probably. And here we don't need to worry about this because we only have one action. So yeah, our action ID doesn't matter. So here we go. Reset password? Nope. Password nonsense? Nope. And action ID. Here's all we need to do is await send token email. And then actually we're not going to get a user. This is a fire and forget experience right here. And if there's an error, then we'll add that to the session as a flash error. And we do not create a user session at all. We just send the token, and that's it. And we handle the error and whatever. No password. Why is this complaining? Oh, because I need to return something from the action. I need to return a redirect. Yeah. And here, thanks, Louise. And yes, this is Dank Mono. And yes, if you do want to see all the stuff that I use, that's on my uses page also. Holy Nikes, I didn't realize that there were 74 people watching right now. I hope I didn't offend anybody, like when I was going off on the comments and stuff. If you want to comment, that's fine. I love your comments. I really do. I can't speak anything but English, so if you comment in anything other than English, I will not be able to help you, and I am sorry. And if you also like ask me questions that are totally not related to what I'm working on, this isn't the place to ask those questions. I do have a place where you can ask those questions though. You can ask on my Discord. Here's a link to the Discord, and I've got like this Discord is now at here. How do I find out how many members are on this thing? Server settings, members. So this Discord, we have 9,793 people on this Discord. And they're all amazing. They're awesome. I love these people. And so they will be more than happy to answer your questions, as will I. We'll do our best. We love answering questions. And, you know, it's the best of our abilities. But to take it even a step further, I also give you an hour of my time every week to answer your questions that are whatever you want. So it's office hours, and I do my very best to answer your questions. It's just when I'm live streaming, I'm working on something specific. I'm not here for you. You're here for me, actually. You are here to make sure I stay on task, because if I don't live stream, then it's so easy for me to go watch YouTube or something. So anyway, there's a little nonsense on that. Tried joining the Discord, had to give an interview first. Yes, this is why my Discord is really great, because yeah, you do have to provide your email address, and you do have to answer some questions. If you're just a drive-by Discord user, I'm sure you're a wonderful person. We don't want you around if you're just drive-by. We want people who want to be a part of the community. And if you're not willing to answer a couple questions and verify that you read the code of conduct, then you're not we're not going to be a good fit for each other. That's all. So yeah, go ahead and answer all the questions from the bot. It's actually kind of a fun bot, and I've live streamed working on it on the YouTube channel. So okay, cool. So sorry about that, and I hope I didn't hurt anyone's feelings. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I just want to make sure I can focus on what I'm working on. Okay, so we have send token, and we need to have our cookie and whatnot. So let's grab this, and we're going to flash a message. And our message is going to be, what did they send? Ah, shoot, I wish that whatever. Test thing at example.com. Please check your inbox. All right. Should I do a message, or this probably could just be in the UI? Yeah, whatever. We'll just do it for now. Email sent. Okay. Yep, and I'm already handling that, I believe. Message, yeah, data.message. Yeah, and I handle that message from session. Very good. Okay, sweet. So now with all of that code deleted, we've got our send token and that. Okay, cool. So then I'm going to, when I send the token, I'm going to send it with a redirect URI to go to the me page. And in here, I guess it'll be in the require user. In fact, yeah, like anywhere where I say, hey, I require a user, that require user code could just check the request query string and see if it has a token. So I could actually redirect to any authenticated page at all. And as long as it has a token, you can proceed, which is reasonable. So yeah, cool. So all I need to do now is figure out how to do this, send the email, which I think is going to be pretty, like it's a post request. And then in this require user, I need to get the token out of the URL and resolve that to a user. And that's going to be the tricky part. And that's maybe where I'm going to need the Oauth client thing, but I don't know. We'll see. So let's do the send email thing first. Okay, hold on a second. I got to figure out what this is all about. Okay, unsafe argument, because this is not been typed. Oh, maybe it has now. Hold on. Rehype format. Package JSON. Types. Nope, no types. Maybe types rehype. No, man. Types rehype format. Please. What? You've got to be joking. Come on. I don't need to be logged in to see that. Nope, no dice. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so it's saying that, you know what, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, I just am not ready to spend a bunch of time on that. Get mailgun transport. This is possibly undefined, I suppose. Yep, don't care about that either. I should probably just disable this for the repo for now. It's just too early to spend a bunch of time figuring that stuff out when I'm probably gonna, like, maybe I'm gonna delete all the code, like I just did with all the other stuff off. Yeah, I couldn't figure these out. There we go, that works. Okay, cool. Now that one's not mad anymore. That's nice. Okay, sweet. So now on here, let's get rid of a couple other tabs. Tito and package JSON and the workshops and the slug. Okay, so on the login page, I call send token with an email. And then in the session here, yeah, and I don't need send email anymore either. Nice. Yeah, okay, cool. So we'll just put it right here. Async function called send token. This takes an email that's a string. And then I just need to make the same request that's being made here. Send token. Yep, there it is. So I make a post to this URL. And actually, I think I had send token there. That's the URL right there. So fetch at that URL with yeah, with this stuff. And yeah, email. Oh, and hold on a second. This is going to be part of the request body. So, yeah, method is post. Huh, this is kind of funny. I just realized I don't think I have a regular client in here. Whoops. Okay, so our method is post and our body is JSON stringify. Whoa. And our auth redirect URL. This is going to be HTTPS. Eventually, it'll be kentcdodds.com/me, but we'll just do localhost 3000/me. and our client ID. So this is in my .env, which I do not want to show you because it has my tokens and whatnot. But it is a public client. Shoot, what is it? What did I call it? Oh man, I forgot what I call it. Hold on a second. I need to just cat it over here in my terminal. You know what's really nice about Ecamm is it shows me every time somebody likes the video, gives a thumbs up, but it doesn't show me when people give it a thumbs down. So you might be like disliking this video, but I don't care because all I see are the thumbs up. So thank you for the 29 people who have liked this video. Okay, so we're going to go to remix, can't see dots, and cat.env, which is called Egghead Client ID. All right, cool. And thanks for the 3 additional people. Oh my goodness, everybody's liking the video. It's amazing. Now I know why all those YouTubers ask for people to like their video, because it works. Okay, cool. So now I've got my client ID, and yeah, and that should be enough actually. So then we export this, and I believe that I may not be able to get like actually getting the user at this point, but I should be able to at least send the email and have it have the right URL. So let's give that a roll really quick to see if I can at least get that for the login screen. So coming over here, we go to login, and this should just take a sec. Isn't it funny? So I am so excited for the new MX chip, whatever the next silicon based chip is. As long as it supports dual screens, I need 2 monitors. I use, like when I live stream, I use the other monitor for things that I don't want you to see or that are distracting or whatever. So I need to have 2 monitors. And so, yeah, I can't wait for the next Apple product. But it's so funny that we're like, man, I can't, the current Apple product I have is the worst. I can't wait for the next one. Boy, what a life. All right, sweet. Sign in or set up to KCD. So let's do kentcdodds@gmail.com. And I'm not getting this enabled because I messed something up. So hold on a second. Disabled, form is valid. Form is valid is dependent on whether the password's valid, and we don't have a password anymore. And we don't need this. And yeah, and we don't need this. That's interesting. Oh yeah, and that's an on change. Yep. Okay, cool. Save that. And it's rebuilding. It's going to do a live oh, snap. Cannot convert keys to yada, yada, yada. Huh. This is all remix code, by the way. So it's unminified. You can look through all of the code if you want to. It's kind of interesting. Route manifest. I'm guessing that during like a short period of time in the build and stuff, the route manifest didn't exist or something like that. Something weird happened, but I think we're probably, if we refresh, it should be good. That was a fluke. All right, kentcdodds@gmail.com. All right, email login link. And it is, boom, email sent. All right, let me just check my email. See, this is the sort of thing I need 2 screens for, because like I've got an email in here from somebody that probably doesn't know that I was going to live stream their email. And like, it's not like anything personal or private or anything. It's actually an email from Rachel Neighbors. She works on the React docs, React Native docs, all that stuff. And we're just having a little chat about, she helped me with Epic React a while ago. And in payment to her, I donated to a library that she really likes. And I got a thank you from them. And so I forwarded it to her. And then we just started having a chat. But like, she doesn't know that I'm going to live stream her, what she said. I don't think she'll mind that I tell you that we had the conversation. But anyway, that did not send an email. So, I'm not sure what I did wrong. Just tried sending an email to get a token and didn't get the email. Not sure how to debug. Okay. Should really learn how to do the steps. Could you elaborate a little bit on what you mean by do the steps? Because I don't understand what you mean by this. Okay, why do we have the email ref? I can't remember. Yeah, no reason at all anymore. Maybe there used to be a reason, but not anymore. Okay, we're going to come over to the session server, and we're going to go to this code that I just wrote. And we're going to await response. And we're going to console log response. Let's try catch console log await response JSON. And text just in case. Sorry, Jaden. This isn't the place to ask those questions, I'm afraid. I'm here working, and I don't know how to answer your questions. YouTube! Okie dokie. Yeah, so no email. Let's just figure out why. Thank you. All right, refresh. Here we go. Email login link. And it goes. And let's see what happens. We get nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. No console log of any kind. That's interesting. Response. So we should absolutely, okay, there we go. We got a response. This is good. We got a 500. Okay. Got a 500. Not sure what I did wrong. Who should I talk to? Is there a place I can, where I can ask questions about the API from Egghead friends? Yeah, there's probably, like, there may even be a Discord on the Egghead Discord where I could get some assistance. But yeah, we definitely got a 500, so that explains why it's not actually working. So here's what we need to do. I need to say if this results in a status, non-200 status code, then we're going to throw an error. I guess this is why some people just really like using Axios, because then they don't have to worry about this stuff. But here, let's just do this. If response, you know what? Heck with this. I'm pretty sure we're probably going to need to do this a bunch of times. Am I already using, what am I using for other requests? I've got Tito in here. Where's my workshop ticket server? What am I using in here? Yeah, I'm just using fetch in here too. That's what I thought. Yeah, because I'm just, yeah, it's just like a teeny little client. Yeah, okay. What else am I using for GitHub? Oh, I'm using Octocat. That's right. Or OctoKit. Yeah, okay, cool. So I haven't actually built a client yet. I suppose that I could. That's kind of what this is turning into, but let's just let's keep on going without making any premature abstractions. So if the response is okay, then I'm yeah, I guess like it's a fire forget, so who cares what we return? But otherwise, okay, forget this. Yeah. Just looks funny. Yeah. I'm wasting time. All right, moving on. If the response is fine, then just return. Otherwise, we're going to handle the error. Or we'll just, I don't know, throw new error. Hold on a second. Hey, Kilman, thank you. I don't know if you're watching this right now. It wasn't very confusing. Thanks for all your help there. The DX here is much better now. Thanks to you. Okay, sweet. I'm just going to take a look at Kilman's just here really quick. Just Kilman. Yeah, there it is. Thank you, browser history. And responded here. Oh. Okay, cool. That makes sense. I will leave a record for history. Sweet. Thank you, Kilman. You're great. All right. So, yeah, if sending the token response is not okay, then we'll throw a new error. Yeah, I don't know. Trouble sending token. And I don't know what that response is going to look like because I don't have like API docs or anything. So we are going to console log this stuff. All right. Fine. Yeah, this makes more sense. If not response okay, then we'll do all that stuff. Otherwise, we don't care. Okay, sweet. So now let's come back over here. And it should give me an error. Yeah, trouble sending token. Sweet. Oh, thanks, Kilman. I was wondering why Remix builds twice. It first seeds the change in your route file, then builds. Then Tailwind JIT sees the file change and updates the CSS file, which Remix sees, then rebuilds again. It would be nice to add a wait on the Remix command. Yeah, that could be helpful. The other thing is like most of the work I'm doing right now doesn't involve updating the CSS at all. And so, yeah, so that's why. Sorry, I just got distracted because somebody just gave me a thumbs down on the video. I didn't realize that. I thought that like I'd assumed that I'd already gotten thumbs down before now, and so I just thought, oh sweet, they don't tell me the thumbs down, but they do. Now that makes me feel bad. Can I hide that? I don't want to see those. I'm gonna make those go away. Oh, they removed it. It's gone. Thank you. Whoever that was. It just depresses me. I don't want to be thumbs down. Yeah, there you are. You hate me. Okay, well, whatever. I don't care. See if I care. Okay. So I am still console logging the response, but I'm not getting a console log on the response JSON or response text call, presumably because when we get a 500, there is no response body. Well, there's a body right there, but maybe the type is not consumable or something. I don't know. In any case, we had some trouble. Something wrong on the egghead backend. We're getting a 500. It's probably me. I'm probably doing something wrong. Like probably something to do with my headers, where it's accept or, oh shoot. So they're using Axios. This is why people use Axios, because it does all this stuff for you. I think by default, JSON, where's the response type? Here we go. Or the, shoot. I forget. Okay, fetch, send JSON. It's not accept. It's like the opposite. My like content type. Content type. Is that right? Content type. Application JSON. That's what it is. That's what I want right there. Man, I didn't even have to go to Stack Overflow. Thanks, DuckDuckGo. Let's see if that fixes that. I think it will. So let's give this a whirl. Hey, that worked. Sick, yo. Well, now I'm curious what the response looks like. But here, let's take a look. Refresh. Well, I didn't get an error this time. So there's that. But I do want to console log this response. Console log response. And there was a live reload. Thank you, Killman. Try that again. Email sent. Here's my response. By the way, this is a full page refresh. Because this is a lowercase form. This is an actual form. When I get around to like actually making this design look and the whole user experience be awesome, I'll use a remix form. And it will all be client side, and it will be amazing. Okay, cool. Yeah, so no email was actually sent, but this response is a 200. I'm guessing that I can get the JSON out of this, so I'm going to await response.json. Let's just see what that looks like. And we got our live reload. Hooray! Email login link. Email sent. Status sent. Contact ID. Sweet, that's my contact ID. I hope that's not like private information. Hey, I got a new subscriber. Thanks. That was nice. Okay, so yeah, no email sent. I'm going to see if I can find where eggheaders hang out who like know things. I'm looking at the egghead Discord now. Members, public, learner advocates, instructors. Yeah, that's probably not where folks hang out. Egghead chat. So the last thing that happened in the Slack over here. Oh, instructor support. Maybe that's where I should go. Yeah, it's all old stuff. But let's just try this. Where's the best place to chat with folks about integrating with the Egghead Auth API? just to give a little more context, I'm hitting and getting a status 200 back, but no email is actually sent. Not sure how to debug. All right, well, this is probably as far as I'm going to get anyway, because I got to go hang out with my family. It's been a fun day. I got further than I expected, being able to actually send the token. That's cool. Well, sorry, being able to hit the API and get a positive response back. That is cool. Yeah, here, let's see. You know what? We're going to change this up. We're going to say if it's okay, else. You know what? We're not. It's a fire and forget. I don't care what the actual response is. If it's not okay, then we're going to, you know, we're not even going to do this. We'll just say trouble sending the token. That's all. Otherwise, we'll assume that it was sent. Yep, that's reasonable to me. Anyway, this is where we're going to stop. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to smash that like button, hit that subscribe, and whatever else you do on the tubes. I actually don't like videos very much, so I think that when I do, YouTube's like, oh my gosh, he liked a video. And maybe that just means my likes mean a lot. I don't know. But you do whatever you want. Hit the like button or not. And yeah, I think I'll try to stream this way until I get the a better CPU on my Mac. I'll probably continue to stream this way because my computer actually is very responsive relative to when I stream. Even with Zoom, I think it's even faster than when I stream with Zoom. So, so yeah, I kind of like this. I'm kind of bummed that I can't have folks to like actually join and talk sometimes because I kind of like that. But anyway, yeah, it's fun hanging out. We'll see you all in the future, probably tomorrow, and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.